So we're getting some rain right now, and I figured while it was raining I'd come check out how all this trench and everything's holding up. Definitely see how much water's in it compared to last time. It's supposed to, we've been getting a lot more rain here recently. Oh wow, look at that. It washed out. Yeah, we've had a lot of rain here, so I'm gonna have to redo that and make that a lot better. Definitely had a big washout there on the retention pond sort of thing going on there. The food plot is doing really well. And where all that seed washed out here, it's growing back, so it's actually looking a lot more thick and lush, full of seed and grass and everything. It's doing well. Now my deer feeder, I put 100 pounds of corn in it 2 weeks ago. It's about all but gone in there, so that's really a good sign. You can tell they've been in here. All the grass and everything's been walked over. They've definitely been in here. The observation cage, you can tell how much has just been eaten in this area from all the grass and all my clover in here. It's growing up nice. So I put out another mineral block, and it seems to be doing well. It seems like the deer like that. I need to check my camera. I'll be able to really tell, see how many have been coming up here. You can tell here, built my culvert, it got dammed up. We'll have to clear that out and redo this. Not a big deal, but water's redirected. The water's flowing pretty good right now. You can tell how much sand got built up right here just because of all the flow of water. It's crazy how it changes this island and changes this so fast. It's looking good. Hopefully this uncovers some arrowheads for us. We'll be able to come down here and find some, hopefully. Lots of quartz down here in this creek. Best arrowhead I've ever found is down here. It's turning out well though. We have some work ahead of us here. It even washed over my homemade dam right there. But I think before we dig all this out, we'll probably sift through some of it just to see if we do find anything in there. And we'll sift it all over back on our island here. Sort of build our island back up. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. We'll go check out the main ditch leading down to the food plot next. The pond, the drain has been clogged from how much rain has washed so much debris down in here. I gotta go unclog it. It's drains right over there so it doesn't overflow, but it's full right now. This is it's not typically supposed to be this high. Now here's the ditch that always washes down into the food plot. I put some hay bales here to try and slow down the flow of water, build up some sediment, and it definitely worked right here. It used to not be like that before. And upstream of it, it's a pretty steady flow that comes through here. When it rains really heavy, it'll get a lot of water, and it takes a lot of runoff from this pasture up here and comes down and just fills all this in and fills it up. So I'll probably end up adding a few more hay bales, and I'll probably try and even stake them in just to hold them in to the ground. I'll probably add one here, and I did have one over here, but it washed down to that one. It's looking good though. Definitely have some work to do over here. I haven't been out here in feels like 2 weeks. It seems like the hay bales are actually holding right here for what it's worth. All I did was just put them in the ground. I didn't stake them or anything. And that's how they turned out. Really sandy down here. Yeah. It held though. It did exactly what I wanted it to. I wanted it to slow down the flow of water and hold sediment. And it seems like it really built up sediment here. It probably washed some down on the side, but that's all right. Wow, that's heavy. It's so full of water. I'll add more in this video of me fixing my little retention pond. We'll probably upgrade that quite a bit. And fixing our little island on the creek over there. We pulled over to the other side of the pond. I'm gonna go unclog this drain real fast. If not, that pond will most definitely overflow, and I can't really be having that. Here's my old beat up kayak I use. It has a live well in it. It's kind of neat. The plug's in. Oh, there's a frog. See that big frog? Look at that guy. Huge. Kinda glad a snake wasn't under that. Normally it's a little more challenging to put this in the water because it's usually off the water a good bit. Yeah, that's up. There's what it looks like right now. It's not supposed to be up that high. That's how you know the water level's up. When it sucks in water that fast. Let's go ahead and get back to the bank. How much water is already in that boat. It leaks really bad. There's about 3 leaks in it. The rain's not helping either. I'm back here this morning checking on the pond. I'm gonna do some work, and you can definitely tell the difference in the water level from when I drained it to now. It is a good 3 inches lower. It's looking good. It's really muddy after all the rain though, but that's how it's supposed to look, the water level anyway. We're gonna get started on the putting some more hay bales in the ditch up here, and then we're gonna stake them in place and do some work on our retention pond. So the goal here is to get these, I have these 3 pieces of rebar. I'm gonna drive them into some of this sandstone, and that's gonna be used to hold my hay bales in place to act as sort of a check dam in this part of the ditch. That way when all the water flows and sediment, it'll slow down in this area, and that'll hopefully build up the sediment and not let this ditch wash out as bad. The idea here is to let sediment build up here and hopefully slow down any rushing water going through here, and let grass and other greenery grow in this, and letting it not erode so bad. Next we got to work on the other one down there. I'm going to adjust it a little bit. I was just going to show this real fast. There's some deer tracks right here. These weren't here yesterday. That's pretty cool getting to see that. You can see my obvious footprints there, but we got to adjust these. This one up here used to be up there and it got washed down. I didn't bring enough rebar to stake these in place, but these are a lot heavier. They're full of rainwater, and they should just sit in place now. We'll go ahead and adjust them. So we got those moved. It's pretty self-explanatory what I did and how it's going to work now. I've probably explained it 4 times. So it's going to turn out really well through here. We got 2 check dams. Now we got to go work on the retention pond. If anyone's curious, about the feeder I'm using. This the Boss Buck feeder. I'm pretty sure this is the 200 pound. It'll hold 200 pounds of corn. You can get it at Tractor Supply, and I think it's, when I got it, it was about $250. It's been a great feeder, so just give an update on that. Let y'all. So here's all the materials I'm using. I got some T-post, some cattle fence that's been cut, and zip ties to hold it to the T-post. My idea is to come through here, dig some of this dirt out, pile it back up, and make my berm again that I had. And then I'm going to put the T-post in with the cattle fence. I don't have a tripod, so I have y'all set up on a T-post. I'm not any professional type of grader or anything. So this is what I got. I tried to pack it down the best I could, just having the dirt, and I pulled up over it a few times, and the idea behind that was to pack it down with the whole weight of the tractor. You can tell there's a whole tire track right there. So a lot of this is all just clay, so it should hold really well. And then once we reinforce it with the T-post and cattle fence, it should be really well. Should do really well. On the back end here, I try to fill in back the spot where it really washed out. That did the best over there. That side didn't even wash out. So I think all the water, you can just tell, it just comes down through this section really and hits this side hard. I packed down the best I could. I might could drive the tractor back down through here and pack this side down, but I think once I reinforce it, it'll be fine. I have some logs over there too. I might use those just on the back end to create sort of some structure with that. So this looks really janky. I just sort of piled wood on the backside, since that's the that's the part that always washes out. You can tell some water went through here on this side, but since that didn't wash out, I'm not too concerned about it. I'm hoping this would become more of the overflow side and not erode so much, since there's so much vegetation over here. I didn't really know how to do this cattle fence. I suppose my idea was to T-post, put a few T-posts in the ground and zip tie it through there, but I almost think laying them into the ground like that is going to help reinforce that, hoping that leaves and other debris get washed onto it and create it as sort of a check dam, using all the debris as where water will fill up but not wash this out and then flow over. I'll have to do some more thinking and fixing, and I'll get back to y'all when I get something completely figured out here. So what we end up doing is I laid down that cattle fencing, and I went down to the creek with the tractor, and I just hand loaded a bunch of stone into the bucket, and we just dumped it out here. And I got a bunch of smaller stone on the second trip, so that when this does fill up, because it definitely will, it'll fill up, it'll run over, it's going to run over here, and I probably need to add more stone to it, but I think this is good for now. I'm just going to run over and hit the wood, and that's going to break up the water, any flow of it. So yeah, if this one doesn't make it, then we're going to go do something extreme. I probably do need to add a pipe like off to the side or something, just so when water does get up to a certain height, it can go around. But I think this is going to work. This is definitely going to slow it down. The last rain we just had yesterday, I thought it was going to be a lot more, but it wasn't terrible. I think the rain before the last one is what washed this out, and I think it was just because it was so much water all at once that came in to take it out. I probably need to add another check dam right here before that, just so the water does have another break in it, because there's already 2 up here, but I probably need to add a 3rd. But anyway, guys, that's the video for today. I appreciate y'all watching. If you like this content, like and subscribe, and leave a comment if you want. I really appreciate my subscribers I have, and if y'all keep watching, it means a lot to me. I'm really just doing this for fun and something for me to keep me busy and have something to do, and just sort of film the projects I do around here. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching.